this video, we're looking at a Premier Collection Bible. It is the NASB 95 single column reference Bible from Zondervan, and it is, as you can see here, a Premier Collection Bible. The Premier Collection is their highest quality line of Bibles. They have Bibles in different translations. Zondervan puts these out, as well as Thomas Nelson. What makes this one even more unique, though, not only being Premier Collection, is that this is a limited edition cover. So this is not something that I have seen all over the place. I was able to get this off of eBay. There was a store on eBay that was selling these. So I do think you can find them. I know someone was selling a couple on Facebook recently. So they are around, but they're not as easy to find as the regular covers. These are, from the sound of it, probably not going to be sold forever. But it is good to see that Zondervan is coming out with a variety of colors. So we'll look at the cover, the color of this cover, but first I just want to show the Premier Collection box. Two-piece box. The back tells you a lot about this Bible. And the retail on this is $199.99. The other thing about the Premier Collection Bibles is not only do you get that beautiful box, you also have this paper that the Bible comes wrapped in with the Premier Collection seal. And this is actually all one piece. I really like that. It's very convenient. So you can keep the Bible stored in that. Keeps it safe, but it also really looks nice. And then they also have these sheets that tell about the Premier Collection. I did notice that this one came with this extra piece of tissue paper on top, and I think it's possible that the seller of the Bible put this in there. I'm not sure if that actually came from Zondervan. I've never seen that before with Zondervan Bibles, so not sure. But I will say this is already a Bible that I like. I've reviewed on my channel. This is the one that Bo Tate refers to as the Tsar, the Emperor. He said at one point that it's really the most comparable to the Judge. It could be considered like the Judge of our time. The Judge is an older Lockman side column reference Bible that was very well known for its quality. So it's a real compliment to compare this to the Judge, but I do like this text block a lot. But here is the cover, and this is a burgundy cover. Burgundy, that deep red color, is a color I like, but burgundy can have different shades. This is a very deep red, and I'm very impressed with this color. I just think it looks extremely beautiful, classy, elegant. The typical Premier Collection spine you see here with Holy Bible, the translation, and then Zondervan branding there. It has 5 raised spine hubs, and the goatskin is a wonderful, good quality goatskin. It really does remind me actually of some of the Schuyler Bible's goatskin. It is perimeter stitched, has a great grain pattern to it, has just a very tough kind of a feel to it. It's not a flimsy feel, more of a firm feel. And then the inside does say it's a goatskin leather cover. I think this is probably a calfskin, possibly, for the liner. It's tabbed into the block, so edge line construction. You have the gold gilt line framing the text. The pages are also gold gilt edges with a little bit of red under the gold. And then you have burgundy head and tail bands with 3 double-sided ribbons. And there's a black ribbon, a blue ribbon, and a burgundy ribbon. So really nice color scheme for these ribbons. Angle cut. You get into the Bible, it does have a presentation page on semi-gloss cardstock paper. We have the title page. This was printed in China in 2021. Looks like it's the third printing of this text block. So this is the NASB single column reference Bible. Again, this is the 95. So if you're looking for a 95 NASB, rather than the most recent update, the 2020, this is the 95. Here's the contents page. So you have a foreword, preface, principles, explanation of the general format. So that's telling you about the NASB, and this is about the formatting, abbreviations, Old Testament title page. I really like the design that they have here. And you see like these lines here for the book title. Then this also contains this really nice one-page overview of each book. So it gives the title and background, author and date of writing, theme and message, and an outline of the book. And this is a very highly loved format because the print is nice and large. It's single column. It's verse by verse. But you also do have references, cross-references, and translator notes on the outside columns. But also you do still have some space for writing notes too. And this does have in the front here overcast stitching. So if you see this extra stitch line here in the front, that's not a mistake. That actually reinforces the construction to hold it together even better. I will say too, with that cover, with this burgundy goatskin cover, it's got more of a firmness to it. So you can see here when you're holding it open, it doesn't flop a lot. In a little bit I'll show you one of the Premier Collection black goatskin covers from another Bible. That tends to be more floppy in that color. But as you can see, the format here, really good for preaching and teaching, for example, for study on a desk. It's just got that nice large font and a lot of good space on the pages. One downside that people have pointed out about these is that this particular edition doesn't have all of the translator notes. However, you do still have a condensed set of translator notes in this Bible. So you will see occasionally some of those notes from the translators. But I love the beauty of this as well as the functionality. This is a comfort print, and I've talked recently about the comfort prints on my channel, a book that I received from 2K Denmark, talking about the comfort prints. And the NASB, in that book, it talks about the inspiration for the NASB comfort print. Really interesting, from Aramaic limestone inscriptions. But I think it's a font that looks really pleasant to me, but is also really readable. When you get into the poetry, because of that single column format, you can see that really looks good on the page. You get a lot of the full lines of poetry there. It is in stanza setting. Looks like it is line matched, so that just adds even more to the clean look of the page and the readability. After the Old Testament, you have the New Testament title page, and then again, book introduction. I love these, and I think they not only are very succinct and useful, they look great too. So I would say, you know, for a pastor, a teacher, it's hard to beat a Bible like this in terms of its functionality. But it is also a really beautiful edition. Of course, you do have the typical NASB features. Old Testament quotes that are in the New Testament are in all caps. And then you also have italics for supplied words. and personal pronouns for deity are capitalized. This also, as you can see, is a black letter text for the words of Christ. So getting through the New Testament here, after the end of the New Testament, the end of the Bible, you have some charts, which you've seen in other Zondervan NASBs, the miracles of Jesus, parables of Jesus, prayers of the Bible, promises from the Bible. Then also there is the New American Standard Dictionary Concordance Thesaurus. It's got all the bases covered. So that's great. And that is followed by some blank sheets of paper that you could take notes in or keep other records in. And then you have the Zondervan maps. See these in the Zondervan and Thomas Nelson Bibles. Printed on semi-gloss cardstock paper, final end sheet. And there you go, that's a look at the Bible. Again, really the same thing that you see in the single column reference Bible Premier Collection. The difference, though, this being in the Burgundy goatskin, which I do want to show you some comparisons here. I don't have another one of the exact same text block, but this is a black Premier Collection Bible. This is the NIV Preacher's Bible. And what I've noticed, generally speaking, from what I've seen, is that the black goatskin on the Premier Collection tends to be kind of this more thin, flexible goatskin. So I think from what I've seen, and someone could correct me if it's changed, but if you get this Bible in the black goatskin, it is going to be more of a flexible goatskin than what you're seeing here. So really, just a matter of preference in terms of color and texture that you prefer. But those are the differences. But another comparison is the NRSV purple goatskin. Again, these colored goatskins I've noticed, and the same with the brown, tend to be more of firm feeling type of a leather, more thick feeling than the black one that I showed you. So this is purple. And as you can see, I think on the camera here with both of these, they really have more of a deep color look to them, not a real super bright look. And I actually prefer that. I think that looks really nice. My preference, for whatever reason, with colors like this is just for them to be more of that deep, rich looking color. And you really get that. But as you can see here, they have a lot of uniformity in their look. If you compare this to the Lockman Foundation NASB, similar kind of a Bible, they're actually very similar in size. The Lockman, I would say, is probably a little bit bigger. I think you can see that here. Pages are a little bit wider overall. Their thickness is similar, although I would say that the Premier Collection seems maybe a tad bit thinner to me. But again, one difference is that you have a condensed set of translator notes versus the full set. But the advantage of the Zondervan is that you have a text that I think is more readable. There's less show-through on the pages. It's line matched, and it's got that comfort print, the good line spacing. So it is a more readable Bible. This being the Premier Collection, definitely has better paper than what you see in the Lockman here. So I was really excited. I like this text block a lot. I've talked about it before on my channel, but to see it here in this limited edition color, I highly recommend it. If you like this text block and this translation, and you want to upgrade a little bit from that black goatskin, although that's very nice too, but I think this one's actually even nicer. So you might want to keep your eyes open for this limited edition burgundy color. If you have any questions or comments, please leave that in the comment section below. But thank you so much for taking a look at this Bible with me from a fresh perspective.